Today we are reviewing Thor. Thor Part One is first installment in Thor part of the Marvel universe. And these comics were, of course, based on Nordic Scandinavian mythology about Thor, Odin, Loki, and so on. And in this movie, we have Thor, who is the son of Odin, but he has mischief brother Loki, and because of the plots of Loki and also other entities, Thor is going to be crowned king of Asgard, but the ceremony is interrupted. And he also got into trouble because he didn't listen to his father. Thor is very young and rather stupid, even on his age, and especially at being a god. And he disobeyed order of his father Odin, and is fighting with the frost giants. Because frost giants tried to steal something very some artifact with great power. And this story is interesting because right now we have, because in Iron Man or even in Hulk, uh, normal people, casual viewers, didn't know or don't know the universe, the comics, and so on. But most people know something about Nordic mythology, especially that there was a god named Loki, god named Thor, and a god named Odin. And here in Marvel Universe, they are also gods, but they are not invincible. So they can die, but they live for a couple thousands of years, and they can die only, probably only with in some special circumstances, or being killed by someone above them or even to them. And here we have in Thor we have this because Thor is playing by a British actor, Chris Hemsworth, a very handsome actor, and we have also very beautiful American Jewish actress Natalie Portman. So this couple is kind of cute, kind of beautiful and sweet, but also in this movie we have an arc, a greater arc of not redemption, of growing up to be a king or someone responsible, because we see from the first parts of the movie that Thor wasn't ready to become king, and Odin banished him from the realm, banished him from the Asgard, but also uh, stripped him of his powers and throw Mjolnir. So this is the hammer which Odin uses to fight evil. He throwed Mjolnir to Earth with a prophecy that only a man or a person who is worthy of being the in possession of Mjolnir can use it. So we, for example, have this. And Thor is also banished to Earth, and we have this rather even sad scene when Thor is fighting with all the guards of Shield, because Shield discovered in Iron Man 2, they discovered Mjolnir on Earth, and they built an outpost around it. Here Thor is fighting with the guards. He's still very strong. He's trying to put Mjolnir out of the stone and use it, and he's not able, and he's screaming, crying, and he's captured by Shield, not fighting with them anymore because he lost his faith in being this divine entity, being Thor. We also have, I don't know why, we have his companions. I don't know if they are minor gods or some henchmen who are helping him with frost giants, because when he when frost giants tried to steal this artifact, Thor wanted to fight with them, and he broke an old truce that frost giants won't attack Asgard, and there is a truce between two sides. Um, but because of this attack, this incursion, Thor is breaking this promise, this truce, and here on Earth he also needs to learn about humility, humility, about being polite but also not being rash, aggressive, outbursting with laugh or with some strange behaviors of grandeur. So he's learning about this stuff, and he's not accustomed to it because he was a god, almost a divine entity. He did what he wanted. He he has been doing what he wanted, and so on. And here in this new situation, he needs to be stripped out of his hubris, but he needs to do this on his own. And of course, Natalie Portman, as a scientist, is trying to help him with this task. And I would also want to mention that Loki in this movie, playing also by a British actor, I don't know his name, is brilliant. He's very handsome, looks like a prince. We discovered that he was a frost giant baby, which Odin adopted after defeating frost giants in wars before, long before. So he's like a step brother to Thor, but these two, because Loki is wearing always black uniforms, black outfits, and he has a very like a raven black hair. So they are like fire and water, Loki and Thor, and of course this was a mischief of Loki to not only to banish Thor from Asgard, but also convince him that father didn't want him to come back, which is not true, because of the mischiefs of Loki, Odin, because of harsh words of Loki, Odin is succumbing to this Odin sleep when he is not dead, not alive. Um, Yes, so I would say that Thor was rather strange movie because he was action packed like Iron Man 2, and also Thor is probably the most naive characters of all Marvel characters so far. Even Tony Stark, even because Tony Stark is as a human, he's an elite human, a prodigy human, very handsome but also very rich and very knowledgeable of science. Bruce Brenner as Hulk, also a famous scientist, very knowledgeable of biology, chemistry, and so on. And unfortunately, Thor is only to be handsome, drink beer, and put and give orders to other humans and other entities. So he is very naive, very almost like a happy puppy, with no regard to consequences of his behavior, almost like a very infantile child. Yes, so he's this this character of his is sometimes very irritating, very cringy even. But as a whole story, as a whole story, there is a good point of this arc of stripping Thor of his powers and trying to learn him a lesson. Unfortunately, not always this lesson will be remembered by him. But I would also say that the combination of Natalie Portman and of course Loki, it was okay movie. I would say that maybe a little better than uh, than an Iron Man 2, but I would say that Thor is very memorable character because of course of this Norse mythology, because maybe also we have Thorgal comic movies. Maybe not they are famous mostly in Poland or in Europe, but we have this famous comic series Thorgal. We also have a day of the week Thursday named after Thor. These inclinations are there are in many cases, but I would say that Thor was the most handsome character, the most over the top character, and of course the most stupid character of all of them. But it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch this because Asgard is was prepared very. Because all in these Marvel movies they are all very CGI generated. Many special effects are CGI generated, and they look okay. They don't look marvelous like, for example, first Matrix, but they look okay. But I would say that Asgard looks really beautiful, and this Norse mythology. Um uh, Connected to Marvel Universe is something which give Marvel Universe upper hand, because in Asgard they have like nine even realms, nine different planets or so on. So it's really interesting that, for example, then the combination of Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy, that we have also a space and different other races. Uh, and of course maybe the disadvantage of this movie is is the antagonist, because the antagonist is Loki, but also the antagonist is a guardian, from Asgard, which needs to be defeated by Thor. And in the last scenes, we see that Thor is worthy of wearing Mjolnir, but using it, but he because of the different plot schemes, he Thor had to destroy and confront. He had to confront Loki, and he had to destroy Bifrost. So Bifrost is oh my god, Bifrost is I don't know the English word for Bifrost, but Bifrost is a connection to different realms, and of course to Earth. And because Loki had to destroy Bifrost, he's not able to see Jane, because Jane is this scientist playing by Natalie Portman, but also he disconnected Asgard from other nine realms. And and at the end there is also interesting thing that we see that Loki is falling from Bifrost. He's falling from Bifrost, and he fell into Earth. And this is the um, oh my god, I don't know the English word for a Polish word zapowiedź. This is inclination to Avenger movie, because Thor fell into the earth, and he's scheming to conquer Earth. So this is the in Thor we have because someone like me, I watched first Avengers, didn't remember about this scene from Thor, or I didn't even watch Thor maybe, and I couldn't understand why Loki is on Earth. And he's on Earth because in Thor, in first Thor, he fall from Bifrost, and he is using his powers to persuade or to take over minds of other humans, control them, and to conquer whole Earth. So the Avenger movie is connected is connected very strongly to first Thor. Nevertheless, we also have one movie before Avengers, Captain America. Let me know in the comments would you how would you I don't know evaluate Thor. I think Thor is on the level a little bit higher than Iron Man 2. I would say that he's still worse than Iron Man 1. Maybe a little bit better than no. I would think I would give him in the Marvel universe movies, because for me all these movies except maybe Avenger movies are rather mediocre, like 6 on 10. But let's say we only comparing them in this great Marvel universe. I would say that Thor is like 7 minus. It's like 7 minus or 6 plus, something like that. But I would also say that from all Marvel heroes, Thor is for me the most memorable, because I liked Captain America the most as a franchise in Marvel Universe, Captain America movies. But Thor is for me the most memorable character, and for me the most not omnipotent but the most powerful, because even Hulk, even though he looks like he is uh, in his Hulk form, not Bruce Brenner, but like Hulk form, he's almost invincible, but he didn't know what he's doing. So someone very smart could just outsmart Hulk, but Thor is and through all other Marvel movies, he's much more knowledgeable about things. So, for example, at the end of Thor 1, he didn't want to be a king. He's more patient to be crowned. He knows that this is not his time. Uh, so yes, so I would say that that Thor is the most memorable for me, and even most likable character of all Marvel heroes, even though he's sometimes over the top in playing in all these movies. Let me know in the comments what do you think about first Thor movie.